What's going on, everybody? I'm Paris Newman. I'm going to share my testimony with y'all today. So, the first memories of my life, it was way back, like, when I was like 2 or 3. I was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Stayed in Holden for a little bit. But before then, the earliest memories of my mom and dad, because I don't stay with them, like, I was adopted by my grandma and grandpa, which I'm thankful for, because in that lifestyle my mom and dad was living in, I probably wouldn't be here today and where I want to be. But it's a memory that always come up in my head with my mom and dad. It's like the earliest memories I remember when I was. One of them is, y'all know how you build forts when you were little, like them little forts you put like a cover over and chairs and stuff like that. I remember we made one of those, and then my mama and daddy started fighting. I don't know what it was about, but they fought a lot. And I don't know, it's just the same stuff that keeps on coming up from that. And that's the only memories I really have with my mom and dad, like back then when I was living with them. And then 2006, my sister came around. I was born in 2004, 2 years older than her. Then my grandma and grandpa adopted us, and we lived in Holden, Louisiana for all the way until like 2008 or 9. Then I remember coming up to where I'm at now, Gloucester, Mississippi, in 2009, because we have a little picture of of snow when it was snowing down here. When it was crazy to me, because that was the first time I ever saw snow. Then I went to like preschool and then into high school. Well, preschool, elementary school, then high school, But I first encountered like going to church and stuff when I was in elementary school. It was third grade, and I had a friend. His name is Charlie, and I'm forever grateful for his family, his mama and his dad, because they have came a long way in spirituality, and they're the reason I'm in church. They're the reason my sister is in church. They're the reason my grandma was in church, And I owe them everything. If I could give them all of what they had, of what they need, I would. But because that's the reason why I'm in church right now, because of them. But I remember going to their house, like in school you got Monday through Friday. So sometimes I go to his house on Friday, ride the bus home to his home, ride the bus to his house, and stay till Sunday, and then Sunday we go to church and everything, and then that Sunday we go home. Well, that Sunday I go home. But that's the first ever time that I stepped into a church by myself, like with friends and stuff like that. Like, that's the first time I even stepped into church. It was about when I was 10 or 11, when I went to the first Vacation Bible School, if y'all know what that is. It was cool, you know what I'm saying? It was the first memories I have of going to like a real actual like church camp or something like that, which was fun in all categories. Like, I remember it was like 3 days maybe. So we stayed at his mama's house. And I remember every single day, it was a bunch of us, like maybe 8 of us, which is not a lot, but it was a pretty good amount. Just remember staying with them and going to the Vacation Bible School every single day. So that's when I was first introduced to like the church and stuff, but my grandma never went to church because it was a different church, like somewhere farther than what she could do. So, but one day I remember, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say nothing about anything because I'm not so sure what happened. But him and his family moved churches, and it came to Gloucester, which is the churches right now is 5 minutes away. 5 minutes if you're going the speed limit. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. And then I remember she and my grandma was good friends, so she decided to invite her to church, and that's when we started really going to church, because she was really invited, and she was really motivated to keep us in church and grow us and make us better than what our dad and mama was, to be honest. But I still never took it serious. I would go to church, and then I'd go to church, like, eat on Sunday, not eat the rest of the week. Eat on Sunday, not eat for the rest of the week. It was like, go into church, get out. That day, cool. Go back to school and stuff like that. You back to the old person you was. Then when I was 13, I remember I went to my first church camp. It was in Philadelphia, Mississippi. And I remember I was scared because I was supposed to go to the senior camp because it's 13 up. 13 to something. And youth is 12 and under, you know. And Charlie was 12 and under. So I was like, do I want to go up there and not have a friend, you know? I was cool with his brother, you know. I was friends with his brother, but I really knew Charlie, like, yeah, like, good, a little bit better than him. So I was scared, so I just waited off until the youth one. I was like the only 13-year-old there, you know, old head compared to the little kids. But I just remember it being a great time because I always had fun at them church camps every single time. But every single time I came back from the church camps, every single time, it was just the same person. I just went back to the same old me. But when I came back, went back to the same old me every single time. Went back to the same old me. Go to school, same person. Go to school, not talking about Jesus, none of that. And I was just being myself, like being myself as I thought I was doing. But when high school hit, that's when I started really, you know, because I usually was being myself, just not talking about Jesus in elementary school. I was making straight A's and B's and stuff like that. But in high school, I really wanted to try to fit in because I was like, they ain't gonna accept me. They ain't gonna do this. They ain't gonna do that. And I was already dealing with that because I was like a bigger dude back then, like an offensive lineman in high school. And I kept getting joked on and stuff like that a couple times, you know. But I got used to it because I wasn't affected at all anymore because I was told you're supposed to man up in situations like that. Like, I ain't worried about it. And I was just being myself. And then once in high school, that's when I started being more quieter, wasn't being myself. But during that time in high school, like 2018, that December of 2018, my mama died. I remember getting the call. But I wasn't living with my mama, but somebody called saying our mama died, and I remember it hurt, but I didn't really know her like that. I knew she gave birth to me. That's still gonna be my mama, because she still gave birth to me and stuff like that. And right now, I don't know where my dad's at, but sometimes he likes like Facebook posts, but I don't have Facebook no more because I deleted it. That's a totally different story, a whole different sermon, you know, about social media, because I tell you what, social media does have a stronghold. But not to get off track, yeah, I don't talk to my dad that much no more. And then after that, 2020, you know, well, the first beginning. So I like LSU, like college football, like they my favorite team and stuff like that. And I remember that's my grandma's favorite team. And her birthday was January 1st. She's a New Year baby, like New Year's baby. And I remember they won the national championship that January, you know. But 22 days after her birthday, she unfortunately passed. And I remember that one right there, because she raised me up. She was practically my mama right there. That right there destroyed me. And that's what really put in the quiet kid and just didn't want to talk to nobody, didn't want to do anything with nobody, didn't even want to have friends like that. I was just lost because that was really the person I went to. Then after her death, it was like I was like, oh well, I'm just gonna try to stay quiet and not be in people's way because I didn't want to through anything no more. It was really a heartbreak. But I know now that them trials and tribulations, the loss that I went through, it doesn't compare to what Jesus has for me now. And speaking of that, during 2020, I still went to church camps and stuff from 13 all the way to 2023. 2023, last year was my last church camp because this year we went to the Forward Conference in Duluth, Georgia, I think. Somewhere near Atlanta, I know that. But I remember 2022 is when I really took it serious for way more months than I did. Because usually I'll just go to church camps and then just okay, get out, give it 2 weeks, and I'm done. But this time it was it went on for 5 months and stuff like that. 5 months and 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. It went on because it was my 12th grade year. I was senior year. And during that time when I was getting closer to Jesus, I was getting more out of my shell, I realized. But I never really talked to anybody about Jesus. Of course, I said, of course, I stopped listening to secular music. I stopped cussing. People noticed that I stopped cussing. And I just, I was just still being quiet a little bit, but I was breaking out of my shell. And I realized that now, if I just started doing what I'm doing now, I probably would have more friends, would be more academically smarter, because after 10th grade, when I lost my grandma, I stopped caring about school. Of course, I made A's, B's, and C's. I never got in a D probably, but I never failed or nothing like that. But I stopped caring in school. Before then, I was getting straight A's and B's. But then I was like, nah, what's the point? I ain't gonna go to college no more. But then went back to my old ways, for 2 weeks, and that emptiness really convicted me. Then I went back to my Bible and started reading again. I repented again and everything. Just kept on going on and off in high school. Then I graduated 2023, last year. Then we went to our last church camp that I went to. And I'll tell you what, that church camp was the time I really took something serious. And ever since then, I've been changed ever since then. And the Forward Conference this year has really pushed it, really pushed it. Really, grew me spiritually. Because look, once you go to events like that, you see how many other people there is that's worshiping the Lord. It's just not you. It's not just you. You got other people there. The people's not going to judge you. And what I've come to realize ever since I've been starting to post stuff on social media and stuff like that, the people that I thought would leave me and just say I'm weird and stuff like that, they respect me. I was never ready for that. I was confused because I was like, dude, what? You respect me for doing this? I thought you would be oh, you one of those Jesus freaks. Get out of here, you know what I'm saying? But no, they respect me because they know that Jesus is powerful, bro. They respect Christians. They respect us. Just because we don't live their life and they don't live ours, don't mean they ain't gonna laugh at you. That's for people that respect you, though. If they laugh at you and stuff like that, don't worry about that. Jesus, look at him in the Bible. His own people didn't care about him. His own people threw him out of his own home, his own hometown. And we worry about what strangers think of us? Nah, bro. Don't worry about what other people think of us. God has a better calling on every single one of us. And that's what I'm doing right now. Right now I'm working and stuff like that. I'm working not a great job and stuff like that, but I know God has some special plan for me. And my church, we really want to do something great. And our church is growing. And one of my preachers, they had a prophecy about a dream about the church growing, and it's happening right now. And I wanna contribute to that. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to grow here and grow with our church and grow and show people that Jesus, God, Jesus, Lord, is the better life to choose than having burdens in your life, having anything in your life other than Him. It's so much better. I promise it is. Coming from somebody that has lost many people that I love. It's so much better on this side than it is to just do it your own self. We got somebody that can help us. Like, I was dealing with lust when I was 12. When I was 12, that's when I first started doing stuff, you know, yeah. But now, I still struggle with it. But I've realized the discipline I need to have, the things I gotta do, run to Him. And I'm telling y'all this, what I've learned. You need to run to Him, read your Bible more, do what you need to do to get rid of that sin. It's a relationship. Don't worry about no rules. It's a relationship. Grow a relationship with Him instead of trying to follow some rules. It don't matter. All that matters is if you have a relationship with Jesus or not. That's it. Of course, we need to follow His commandments and stuff like that. But, like, first you need a relationship with Him. And eventually, them sins will fall. They will go away. It's not going to be easy. I'll tell you that. It's not going to be easy. I'm not saying it's going to be, oh, yeah, like, easy walk in the park. Yeah, we're just going to get through it. No, it's not. This life, it's spiritual warfare is real, bro. It hurts. But that's what I'm here for. Like, I got an Instagram. People can hit me up on my Instagram. And I'm willing to help somebody. I am. If you need help, just come to me. And I'll pray for you. And just give you advice on what I know. I'm 19. I'm just now starting off. And this video might only go to a few people. 2 or 3 people. Maybe. But I'm willing to take that because I never know what I can do for them 2 or 3 people. What I can do to help their lives for them 2 or 3 people. I'd rather save 1 person or 2 people than none at all. Because I know that 1 person that watches this video right here could be helped. It don't matter how many people that watches the videos, it's how many people that help, that gets help from this. That is like, that's my main goal doing these YouTube videos, because I really want to help people. And eventually, turn this into a ministry. Maybe, if it's my calling, only if it's God's calling for my life. If it's God's calling, then that's what I'm gonna do. But the main thing is, we just gotta trust in Him. And that's what I've come to realize. I just need to trust in Him, give Him my issues, give Him my problems, and just walk through life. He's our best friend. He's going to be there when we die. Who's going to be there when you die? When you go up? When you're on Judgment Day, who's going to be there? Jesus. Jesus going to be there. So we need to just go after Him with 100%, 100%, not partially, 100%. Just go after Him every single time. Like my past mistakes, I remember past mistakes, going to church, partially being there and then not being there, partially. Like He says in the Bible, lukewarm. If you lukewarm, He gonna spit you out. You got to be hot or cold. You got to choose which one you want to be. And I've decided I'm ready to do this. And I choose to be with Him and fight for Him. Whatever the devil has whatever the devil has planned to throw at me. I got somebody that'll counter that easily. And right now, this is the best moment of my life. This time is the best moment of my life because I'm starting something with this. And I'm starting something with God. And I'm just letting him do what he needs to do. Reach the people that needs to see this. And remember, I'm here. God's here. You know, if y'all need something, y'all could text me on my Instagram. I'll put it down below, my Instagram. And y'all just go over there, like, hit me a DM. Slide me a DM. And I'll be there for y'all if y'all need it. Don't worry. I'll pray for y'all. Prayer is strong, bro. Cause what we pray for, you know, if it's his best will, it will happen. Trust me. But that's my testimony. I'm thankful for the people that watch this video all the way through. I'm just so thankful for anybody that comes across this channel. And I'm just thankful for God because he's put me in the position where I'm at now, where people can see this video and put it on the internet for people to see my testimony and maybe even help them. That's what I want. So y'all stay blessed. I'll come to y'all with another video soon. I'll just have to see what God puts on my heart to post, you know what I'm saying? But main thing first, thank God for everything you do. Here's what you need to do. Pray morning. Pray morning when you get up. Pray night before you go to sleep. Give God the amount of time he needs. Worship him. That's all that I need to say. Hey, y'all stay blessed. Love y'all.